Shrutismritipurananamayam karunalayam namami bhagavatpadashankaram lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punah Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Satgurum Brahma Vidwaram. So, yesterday we studied the Mangala Acharana of Tattvabodha. We'll chant the Mangala Acharanam together. Page number 8. Every class will start with the Mangala Acharana. Page number 8. Vasudevendra Yogendram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattvabodho Bhidhiyate. Please repeat. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam. Please repeat. Page number 11. Oh, I think before that. No? Page number 11. Please take page number 11. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna Adhikarinam Moksha Sadhana Bhutam Tattvaviveka Prakaram Vakshyamaha. Now Bhagavan is introducing the entire Tattvabodha. One is telling that Moksha Sadhana Bhuta, that which will help us to be liberated, that will help us to get liberated. What is that which actually help us to get liberated? That is Tattvaviveka, the understanding of reality. This is a very famous story you might have heard. Once there was a lion in the forest, and she was pregnant, lioness. She saw that lot of sheep is there wandering in the forest, grazing in the forest, and she wanted to kill and eat, and jumped on them. But because of ill fate, she was fallen and gave birth to a cub and passed away. Now the cub started to grow with this sheep, and the sheep took care of them because it's a baby. And a few years passed. One day, another lion came to that area and saw that lots of sheep are there. Among the sheep, there is one lion also. And he was, what is this lion doing with this sheep? So he attacked, and the sheep ran. Along with the sheep, this lion also ran, telling ba, 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 and running away. And this lion caught him and dragged him away and said, "What are you doing?" "What am I doing" means what? "Please don't kill me," he was crying in the language of sheep. He said, "What are you doing there?" "Why? I'm a sheep. What else I will do?" He said, "You are not a sheep. You are a lion." He said, "You are lying. I'm not a lion. I'm a sheep. Please leave me." And the lion dragged the young one to a pond and asked him to look. "Look how you are, and look who I am." And for the first time, the lion noticed that I am not like a sheep. I look like him. And But still he was not convinced. And the other lion hunted some deer and brought the flesh and asked him to eat. And the sheep lion was not ready, but then forced him. The moment the blood touched his mouth, he understood that I am not a sheep, but I am a lion. The entire process of Vedanta is that. Vedanta is not trying to tell us that we are something different. Vedanta is trying to really tell us who actually we are. So that is known as Tattvabodha Prakara. What is Tattvabodha? Understanding the reality that we are not some mortal, some worms in this world who is born and is going to dead. We are that Atman. We are that Sachidananda Brahman. We are the reality that there is no death, there is no suffering, there is no cycle of, samsara. That we are. That is Tattvabodha Prakara. Even though we hear that, we are not convinced. So there's a prakaram is needed. See, suppose there is a log, there's a wood, which is very, very dry. The moment you bring little fire near the wood, it will catch fire. But suppose the wood is drenched with water, how much ever fire we put, the other fire will go down. The wood will not catch any fire. Why? Because the wood is not ready. So the entire process of studying, contemplating, this is not to know, this is not to create something new, this is to make us ready, to dry the wood. So that's why prakara, there is a process by which Tattvabodha, the right understanding of the truth will enter to us. So when he's telling Vakshyamaha, he said yesterday discussed, this is not something Shankaracharya is telling, this is what the truth is, which is handed over to us from generations to generations. So, if I am that supreme consciousness, if I am that bliss absolute, I am that independent being who doesn't need any kind of support. But that is not what we feel. So what is moksha in Vedanta? Moksha is not going to some place or experiencing some new things. In Vedanta, in the Shastra, in Bharatiya Shastra, the mokshas are of different types. One is known as Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya. The Dvaita philosophies, Vishishtadvaita, Dvaita, all of them are talking about going into heavens or going into the Ishtadevata's loka and be very near to the God. So Salokya means we enter into the same world of the Lord. Samipya means we become very close to the Lord. Sarupya means we become like an image of God. We also become of the Sarupya. We also become the real, how the Ishvara is. These are the highest mokshas other schools are delivering or advising us. But I'm sure that you might have heard the story of Jaya and Vijaya. Have you heard the story of Jaya and Vijaya? What is the story of Jaya and Vijaya? Jaya and Vijaya were the doorkeepers of Bhagavan's seventh door. Vaikunda, there are different layers, and they were so close to Bhagavan. Jaya and Vijaya had gained not only Salokya, Not only Samipya, but Sarupya. They also had four hands and Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. They were identical with Bhagavan. But then, what happened? Even at that stage, Ahankara came to them. And then they blocked Mahalakshmi. She became furious, but then Bhagavan said, if I punish them, then people will tell that, I'm punishing because of my wife. Please don't worry, they will get. See, if they disrespected you, they will fall. It will happen naturally. And that's the time where Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, the Adya Jataha, they are the first creation. They are the realized masters, but they look like a 5-year-old children. They came, and this Jaya and Vijaya had atrocity to stop them and said, go away. And they cursed him, they cursed them, and they were fallen into Asurikas Yoni. They were born as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and then third birth as the Shishupala and Dandavaktra. See, from where they reached. So what is that the Purana is trying to tell us? Even Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya also is not eternal. Even if we gain all that also, there is a possibility of fall. So what is that Advaita Vedanta is trying to tell us? See, Advaita Vedanta is not trying to tell us to take us to some worlds or some other experience. Advaita Vedanta is trying to show us who truly we are. Jivaha Brahma eva na aparaha. Each one of us are that supreme consciousness. We are now somehow like that lion thinking that it is a sheep. The same way, all of us think that we are a jiva. Even now, even at this point of time, where we feel that we are a jiva, we are truly the supreme consciousness. So, this is what Vedanta is trying to. So, moksha in Vedanta is not going to some place or getting some forms. Nothing. Moksha is recognition. We say, no, recognition. What is recognition? Recognition. We forgot who we are. Because of that forgetfulness, we think we are somebody else. Like that lion, somehow lion forgot that he is a lion. Because he forgot his true nature, he thought that he is a sheep. The same way, Advaita Vedanta is trying to tell us, to indicate us our true nature, and recognizing the true nature is moksha in Advaita Vedanta, not going somewhere. That is known as moksha sadhanam. But how can we gain this moksha? It is like getting up from sleep. We are sleeping. In the sleep, we have dreams. We are seeing that we are we are inside a deep forest and we are lost the path. We do not know where to go. And then we see that, a tiger is chasing us and we are running, we are falling, the tiger is falling on us. Even when all these things happen, actually are we in a forest? No, we are sleeping in our bed. Same way, now all of us are in a sleep of moha, delusion. Because of that, we think that we are somebody, we are this and that. And now, how can we come out? Moksha sadhana. We have to wake up from this sleep of samsara. For that, we need to develop some inner qualities. See, if I have a disease, I have headache or fever or something, what we have to do? We have to take aushadha. We have to take the medicine. Same way, what is the medicine for the samsara roga? The medicine for samsara roga is real knowledge, the right knowledge, samyak jnanam. But to receive that samyak jnana, what is the samyak jnanam? Tattvamasi. You are that supreme consciousness is the samyak jnana. But 100 times we hear this, but nothing happens to us because there are layers and layers and layers of mud, dirt, distractions, veils inside us which we have to remove. How can we do that? By walking the right direction. By absorbing the great values of life. By developing the right way of life. Understanding the purpose and the path. How can we do that? As I said, Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampanna. We have to become rich. This richness is not of the world, where whatever they give us, see, whatever think about it, whatever is there the world can offer, they're all impermanent. There's nothing the world can offer which is permanently there, which can actually give 100% satisfaction. Now, there is another set of wealth, sampanna. We should be wealthy with what? With great qualities. What are they? That is known as Sadhana Chatushtaya, a set of 4 things which all of us should have. If we have this Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, then we shall be released from this moha. See how many births we have lived. The same life. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jadhare shayanam, hiha samsare galu dustare, krupaya pare pahi murare. So one day we start to feel that frustration. Ye kya hai? See, whatever is there in this world, it is same. We are seeing the same movie. We are doing the same, how many births. Think about all this world, all the people. What are they doing? They are doing the same thing. They are born, they are, they mature, they marry, they create children, they do some job. One day they will die. Again they will be born, doing the same, doing the same, doing the same. How long we should do the same thing? Says, there is a way. There is a way to be released from this samsara chakra. There is a way to experience that ananda here and now, not somewhere. How is that possible? By developing some inner qualities. What are those inner qualities? That is said as Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. So yesterday, Bhagavan briefly told us what are the Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti. Let us read page number 13, 1-3. Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim. Once more, please, all of you, please. See, until we start to tell, that will not go deep within us. So please repeat. Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim. Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah. Nityanitya Vastu Vivekah. Iha Amutra Artha Phala Bhoga Viragah. Ihamutra Artha Phala Bhoga Viragah. Ihamutrartha Phala Bhoga Viragah. Samadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Samadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Mumukshutvam cha iti. Mumukshutvam cheti. Sadhana Chatushtayam kim. Nityanitya Vastu Vivekah. Ihamutrartha Phala Bhoga Viragah. Samadhi Shatka Sampattihi. Mumukshutvam cheti. Now, Bhagavan is taking up each one of them and then explaining. Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka Kaha. Page number 14. Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka Kaha. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam. Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah. Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah. Once more. Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah Kaha. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. Tat Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekah. So the entire journey starts from Viveka. So what is Viveka? Viveka is, Bhagavan is telling us, Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tad Vidiriktam Sarvamanityam Ayameva Nitya Nitya Vastu Viveka. What do you mean by Viveka? See, the words of each language carries its own history. Okay? In any of our Indian language, we have this word Viveka. And we know what Viveka is. But the word we use in English is discriminative power. And that can be sometimes wrongly understood also. Because in their language, these concepts are not there. So we have to use the words which exist. So the word used as discriminative power, please don't misunderstand the word, because it can be a very wrong thing. Discrimination between man and woman, discrimination between white and black. It's a very black, but there's no other word. So we use the word, what is Viveka? Discriminative power. So, nitya nitya vastu vivekakaha. What do you mean by discrimination between nitya and anitya? What is viveka? Viveka is actually a power, an intellectual ability for us to distinguish. Okay, the entire word viveka comes from a dhatu, which in Sanskrit, which means an ability, an intellectual ability to distinguish, to categorize, to recognize from each other. See, so this is a viveka, intellectual capacity to say that this is a paper and this is a pen. So this is viveka, vastu viveka. So this is a paper and this is a pen. How do we know that? We are able to know this because our intellect has this capacity to categorize and to distinguish and understand things separately. Now, when I take these two, here also our viveka starts. Although both of them are pen, but we know that this is a marker and this is a pen. Now we take different pens. Here also this viveka. This is black and this is blue, this is green. So viveka is that ability which is there deep within us to distinguish, to categorize, to recognize different aspects. So the most important thing, where we start to that stage of emancipation, the stage of moksha, from where do we start? We start by developing vivek. Let me finish and then. So it's starting from vivek, because if we are not able to understand, distinguish, categorize things, it is impossible for our mind, our intellect to progress. So that's why the first Sadhana Chatushtaya Sambhati is that ability to study, to understand, to categorize, and go deep in yadharthena vastuswarupavadharanam viveka. An ability for us to understand the true nature of a thing. That ability which is there to conduct inquiry. What is this? And that investigative knowledge. That ability for us to investigate. And also to understand properly, categorize properly. So there are different kinds of viveka in this world. Like as I was telling, the part and whole. Okay, see, this is whole. Now there are parts. Amsha amshi viveka. And there is sadhana and sadhya viveka. This is my goal and this is my path. This is also viveka. And there is another viveka known as what is good. See, I am not feeling well. I have bad cold and cough and fever. And then somebody offers us pizza, which is my favorite food. Not mine, I'm just telling. Okay. So somebody gives us, I have indigestion, and then when that comes to me, I know that I should not eat this now. That capacity for us to understand that what is good and what is bad, that is viveka. And what is the truth and what is untruth, viveka. So viveka is the base of life. And especially in the spiritual path, in the path of Vedanta, viveka is the life. Viveka is the beginning. Viveka is the foundation. Foundation of nitya, anitya, vastu viveka. Please understand, Vedanta is not asking us to believe. I tell that you are Brahman, you believe. In Vedantic process, we have three tools: Shruti, Yukti, and Anubhava. Whatever we are talking in Vedanta can be tested, has to be known through three means. One is Shruti. Some things are not known to us. That has to be told to us. But whatever is said in the Shastra, you have to think by yourself. Viveka, Yukti. Not that whatever Shastra said, so you believe. No. Yukti. Think logically. With the right logic. Dustarkat suviramyadam shrutimadas tarkaha anusandhiyatam. We have to use the right logic. And third is Anubhava, our own experiences. Our own experiences or the experiences of great master. So Shruti, Yukti, and Anubhava are the three tools of Vedanta. That's why the entire process starts with Viveka. Vedanta is not telling just believe. No, develop Viveka. Develop that ability to inquire. Develop the ability to distinguish. Develop the ability to understand the right way. That is the base of Viveka. Don't just believe. Think. First in the beginning, when Shastra is telling us and if you say, I don't believe in that, that is not correct one. First you test it and go deep. Think over it. Distinguish. Make inquiry. And then only progress. So, the base of Vedanta is this Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka. What is Nitya? What is Anitya? So, Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka kaha. What is Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka in Vedanta? The Vedanta's Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka. What is Nityam? What is Anityam? Understanding what is the eternal, what is ephemeral. What is there for all, always there, what is that which changes? We'll go and sometimes, all of us, whoever get a chance, we should go and then sit down on the banks of ocean. The seashore. We have from here a few kilometers. I hope that you will get a chance to visit sea but sometime, because that is one of the best Vedantic practice. Just go and sit on the seashore and just watch the ocean. See, in ocean, what do we see? We see the waves. One after another, one after another. Waves are forming and falling. But what is the truth? Is there a wave? Of course we are seeing a wave. But wave is nothing but water in motion. There is not a thing actually known as wave. Wave is just because of the the rotation of the earth and because of the such natural forces, the water is taking a form that is wave. So what is Viveka? What is this Nitya, Nitya, Vastu Viveka they're talking about? There are two things there. There is water and there is a wave. Wave what we see. But we know that wave is not Nityam. But there is something Nitya. What is the Nityam? The water. So Nitya, Anitya, Vastu Viveka. Like that, when we think about this world, we see that the world, the entire universe is created, sustained, and one day the entire universe is dissolved. Just how the wave is formed, takes it becomes its peak, and it crashes to the shore and it dies. The same way, the world is created, sustained and dissolved. So what is there truly? See, this wave is created, sustained and dissolved. So we are not telling that there is no wave. But please understand, the wave is not the Nitya Vastu. Wave is not the truth. Wave is only an appearance. Many times, Vedanta is misunderstood by people. It is rubbish, bakwas. So in many places, instead of telling that, why are you talking rubbish, they tell, why are you talking Vedanta? Because people think that we see the world and you are telling this world is mithya. What rubbish you are telling? See, please understand, that is not what Vedanta is trying to tell us. See, we do see the waves. But please understand, wave is only an appearance in the ocean. The truth is the ocean, wave is only an appearance. This entire universe is an appearance in the wave, in the ocean of consciousness. This is what Shastra is trying to tell us. Not that, what we are not seeing anything. That's not, because, so what is this Nitya Vastu we are talking about? Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. There is one eternal truth. There is one, like that ocean, there is something that the water of that ocean, like that, there is eternal, there is only one thing, that is Brahman. What is Brahman? Pure consciousness. Who actually we are. We are all ripples in that ocean of consciousness. This entire universe is a huge wave in that consciousness. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. The eternal principle. That is only one thing, that is Brahman. Tattvabodha Sarvam. Other than whatever exists. Whether it is Jagat, whether it is Jiva, whether it is Maya, whether it is Prakriti, whether it is Shakti, whether it is whatever you are telling. Other than the pure consciousness, whatever exists. See, you remember the ocean and the wave. In that wave, that form is there. You see that, the sparks are there. This is that is there. They are all appearances. Tattvabodha Sarvam Anityam. They are all ephemeral. Whatever we see, other than the water, all those things what we see as the wave is impermanent. Anityam. Like that, in the sea of consciousness, of course it appears the universe and jivas. But that jiva and universe are impermanent. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tattvabodha Sarvam Anityam. Ayameva Nitya Vastu. This is on. This is the base. This is the first step. This is the foundation of Vedanta. Vedanta is not some kind of, some magic or some kind of business. This is something which is very, very based on right thinking. The adhara of Vedanta is Viveka, the ability to distinguish, ability to inquire, ability to understand the permanent and impermanent. Nitya, Anitya, Vastu, Viveka. We'll continue next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.